What was your "yep, I'm going to die" moment? I was rooting through my post when I spotted a wedding invitation. This would have been normal, except I'm 55 years old and practically everyone I know is already married. Plus, I couldn't even recognize the name on it, and it was a 6-hour drive from my house. Honestly, I don't even know why I decided to go, but I did. And when the day came, I found myself driving down long roads in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by forests and almost no civilization. I even slowed down my driving as I got close to the venue, because I felt like the dumb blonde who gets killed first in a horror movie. And when I finally arrived, an awful gut feeling washed over me, because apparently the wedding was inside a barn house, with no farmland nearby. When I went inside, the wedding was starting, and I scoured the audience's faces for anyone I recognized. It was at that point that I realized that an invitation may have been sent to the wrong address. I was so embarrassed that when the wedding ended, I started making a beeline towards the door. But that's when the groom pulled my arm and stopped me. I looked up at him and saw he had a big smile on his face, and I didn't have the heart to tell him he had the wrong person. "Linda Anderson," he said. My face went white, but for some reason this made him smile even harder. He convinced me to stay until he gave the wedding reception speech, and I sheepishly agreed, mainly because by that point I had nothing to lose anyway. He started off by publicly thanking me for coming. I thought it was some weird prank until I finally found out how I knew the groom. He started off by recounting the time when his mom carried him to her car at 4 years old. They drove to a bus stop 6 hours away in the middle of winter. He couldn't understand why she was telling him to get out of the car, and as soon as he did, she drove away. He stood there waiting in just a jumper and a pair of shorts for her to return, but she never did. And that's when a lady saw him and called the police, and eventually he was raised by a loving family. I smiled when I remembered I was that lady. Tears started streaming down my face, and even the bride came up to me and hugged me.